Hello, Irina. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Good to see you on this Monday of our quarantena in Portugal that we already go for the second, almost third week for some, and for most of us for a second, for the others in Italy and Spain, already even more in China. They are starting to step by step to come out. So hello everyone from Portugal to Russia to Ukraine. Hello to Spain, to Portugal, to England, to Ukraine, to Italy. Everyone, welcome. Even to Peru, my friends from Peru. So welcome everybody. I hope you had the most a good weekend in the most possible way that you can find to deal with this quarantena that we are globally going through. So I'm waiting that we are coming together, all together. So we start. These momentums that we call awareness meetings online they are here for you. Buongiorno, Jana from Italy. So they are here for you to create a safe and a profound space where we can meet each other and we can use these moments. David, oh, hello, bonjour, bonjour. So we can use has a special space inside of us that we can really work with quarantena. So these momentos is to be used not to speak about the quarantena in a superficial way, but how to use these moments of isolation to help ourselves to blossom, to grow, to overcome our difficulties, but especially how to expand our true awareness so we can use these mementos in a way that when we come out of this isolation, world, global retreats, where we have the opportunity to really face who we are as individual and as a society, how we can come out and really use what we have learned in this quarantena moment and with all this experience to rewrite the history of our society. And don't have the illusion that you don't have the power. You have the power to do it, and everything that you do really counts. So we are counting with each other. Hello from Spain, Nacho. Hello, everyone. We are counting with each other to support each other so we can really create true transformation that is so needed in this moment of humanity. So our future generation can really count with a healthy society, not only now in terms of environment, has environment for our planet's sustainability, but especially our social environment. We need to rise up each other, and that's what we come here to do. And today we have an amazing and very deep subject that normally touch all of us. That is pain of separation. For all of us, we already lost someone in our life because of a divorce, a separation, and because of death. So we will go to dive deep in this thing today. We will have meditations, we will have exercises, and then of course I will answer 1 or 2 or 3 questions, and then we will end with our prayer. And I want to tell you that prayer is one of the most beautiful resources that you have inside of yourself in any moment. Prayer, not in a sense of religion, environments, but has an inner dialogue between yourself and the mystery of life that you can call God, higher self, nature, universe. Hello from Romania. Hello from Romania too. So uh, prayer is one of the most beautiful resources and easier resources that you have inside of you in every moment. And prayer is this arrow that will set you in the alignment of your true principles and your true longings. So every day at our awareness meeting online, we will always end with a prayer for everyone that is fighting for their lives, for this situation that globally we are dealing, especially for inner peace and awareness, because what we are already seeing in Mexico, India, United States, where life, the true principles of life are being damaged. The true principles of integrity and responsibility are already in cause. So we always end with the prayer for true peace, so we can sustain the vibration of peace and life and integrity, so we can move through this social global experience from a point that we can come out in the best way and transforming what we really need, so we can rewrite our history as a global community of mankind, and that we belong to an ecosystem. So, hello, Elena from Holland. Hello, everyone. Welcome from every part of the globe that we are here coming together. So, let's take a deep breath, everyone. And we will start again, as usual, with our grounding, connecting meditation, so we can ground ourselves to come back to our own presence. So when we go into this very deep subject of the day, we can open really our heart and to come from a space of true awareness and presence in this awareness meeting. Take a deep breath, everyone. Put your feet on the ground, or if you are in lotus position, straight your back and take another deep breath. Take another deep breath. And sense your feet against the ground, or the heaviness of your body against the chair or the pillow or the floor of your house. Breathing in, breathing out. Feeling how solid is that floor of your house. Sensing how solid is that ground under your body. Breathing in, breathing out. And feeling how this floor is supporting you. Breathing in, breathing out. And I invite you to visualize planet Earth under your house. Breathing in, breathing out. And how abundant is this planet, this Mother Earth that we call Pachamama in shamanism. Breathing in, breathing out. And how abundant is this paradise that we live in, full of trees, full of flowers, full of fields and deserts and forests and jungle and oceans and beaches and mountains full of snow, storms and rains and rainbows, our animals, brothers and sisters, animals and rocks. How abundant and precious and colorful it is. Breathing in, breathing out. Recognizing and acknowledge that everything is so alive, full of aliveness, vibrating this flame of life. The sun and the moon, the dark nights full of stars. Everything is breathing together. This oxygen that we breathe, this interconnection that we live and sometimes we forget. Now just remember, just feel that interconnection by taking the next deep breath. How we are breathing together and nothing stops, even if we are locked down in this quarantena. Just remember, realize that everything is breathing with you, that is holding you, and nobody can steal this connection, not even this quarantena. Breathing in, breathing out, realizing this life that flows from everything to you and from you to everything. Take a deep breath. Now feel a place in your body that you feel some relaxation. Maybe it's your feet. Maybe for some of you it's your legs or belly. Maybe it's your heart or arms, your throat or neck, or maybe your head. Just sense some relaxation, breathing in, breathing out, and breathe there. Inviting this relaxation to expand through all of your body, your mind, and your heart. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Just expanding this relaxation. Take a deep breath and open your eyes. So, hello everyone, welcome everyone. Today, Monday, for some of you it's the third week of quarantena, for others it's the first week, and I'm really hoping and sending my prayers to all of you so you can sustain your true presence and awareness, so you can deal with your family and with yourself from this place where we contribute to a very calm and peaceful environment in our lives, especially in this moment of humanity. Welcome, Carlos, welcome. So today we have this subject that is pain of separation. It's a very deep subject, and it touches all of us in our normal life, where we have relations, where we come from, parents, where we will die. So pain of separation. Before we go more into the heart subjects and the mind, how we integrate this in our life and how we explain, I want to give you my perspective of how deep this pain of separation is in every human, and how at some time, at the same time, is such a big illusion, even if our emotional body and physical body and rational body, mind, can really feel the pain of it, can really miss, can really regret, can really want to come back and to do things that they couldn't. Even if our heart and mind and physical body creates a state where we physically feel this pain. So in my perspective, from a very aware place, and that doesn't mean that I don't feel, and that doesn't mean that I don't think and cry, but it means that we can leave the pain of separation from a place that we allow the emotions and the thoughts to pass through our existence and to learn with it. So how deep is this pain of separation in my perspective? Pain of separation, it can be really deep, because somehow we as a soul, as a spiritual being, we move from the totality of consciousness that is a pure state, to the duality of this life that is the recognition, the embodiment of me and you. So this duality that we live always at the same point that we have the experience of who I am, how I feel, how I think, how I relate, always has a bridge to the totality of where we come from. So when we are, has a spirit, has a pure state of consciousness coming to the physical body through our mother, first of all, the reaction from the meeting of the sperma with the ovule, but has descending movements to this body, physical level, into this reality. What happened is we come from these pure states of consciousness to this duality that's, for most of us, we forget where we really come from and what is our true essence, and we start to embody the duality of this existence, the polarities. So the first state is to come into the physicality, where we are inside of the womb. So there's a very, very, very interconnection, and in this state, there's still a mix of me and you between mom and the baby, where is diluted this duality of individuality and the whole. When the baby starts to come out through the process of birth, that a lot of in psychology, especially on the lineage of trauma, we say that is the first trauma for a human being. That is when the baby really feels the separation from the physicality of the mother, and comes out from the liquid environment to this breathing air and earth environment. That brings a big trauma in the human being, in this human being, that starts to do the separation physically, and the separation from the first environment, that was the ether from the consciousness, and the liquid where the body starts to development, to a more solid environment, and at the same time air environment, the first breath. So we are dealing with a big separation and duality in the first moment. And when we start to grow, this need from the baby towards to his mother, and the need of the mother to protect the baby at the same time that the mother goes through the process of coming back to herself, the need to protect the baby, to feed the baby, to love the baby, but at the same time it's a strong process that the mother goes on when she starts to come back to herself, and she starts to asking through the tiredness who I am. What is this role? So the pain of separation is a very deep pain that we all carry, and especially the way then we are raised, and the way especially we were loved or not loved, will bring the first blueprints to what we will and how we will feel this pain of separation, and how it means to separate from love. So when we are in this pain of separation that we deal since birth, since we come from consciousness to physical body, and then from the separation from the baby to the mother, the independence of the first 7 years, and then the pain of separations that we deal in relation, is always carrying this deeper state of awareness of separation. That's why this theme is so important to be looked and to be faced, and to work with it during our daily life. So if this idea of a deeper state of pain of separation is helping you to go deeper in this, what we call in daily life, I'm in pain because someone died, or because I had to divorce or separate, please write me on Facebook direct in the comments that this idea of deeper pain of separation that starts much before is helping you to expand your awareness. And in Instagram direct, you can put symbols that here in this program I can see. Hello. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your comments. Fantastic. Yes, very interesting. Fantastic. Please tell me. And the ones that you don't understand, or if I'm not clear enough for you, you can write me. We are here in a true moments of consciousness. I don't need any followers. What I need is to, in a interaction, we can support each other to rise. So this is true. It's what I want is true comments from your sides. Fantastic. So we can really interact, and so I can understand how deeper we can all go, and how I need to be more clear with you. Okay, fantastic, everyone. Fantastic. So before we go into the next layer of welcome everyone, the next layer of pain of separation, I would like you to write me, when you think about pain of separation, when you bring these words to your mind, what is the first feeling that you feel inside of you immediately? And hello, I need to I don't have translation for Russian. Okay. So what is the first feeling, the angustia? So you feel this sadness, bitter sadness. From my experience, separation is the base for suffering. Okay, sadness. What do you feel in the first moment when you see these words inside of you? Pain of separation, loneliness, fear, hard to breathe, loss, emptiness, frustration, sadness. Okay. So, sadness, fantastic. Empty heart, emptiness, anxiety. First feeling, I'm afraid to leave my baby even with his close people. Okay. So the need to protect, not trusting. Exactly. Outra vez. So when you think in these words, pain of separation, when you see inside of you, what is the first feeling that comes to you in your heart, in your soul? Insecurity, breath difficulties. So directly to the body. Okay. So one thing that we always distrust, so the loss of trust, abandonment, fantastic, loneliness, lost. So first thing that comes to you is the door for you to become even more aware. So everything that you were writing, it means that is a big door of perception that is totally linked to the wounds and to a conscious state that you carry since you remember yourself and since even you come here to this life. So it's very important to look to the pain of separation has a big door for blossoming your true awareness and a possibility of true growth. So, for example, we have someone here saying, sensation of losing my pillars with parents. For example, if you lost someone, and you feel that you lost your pillars with that person, it means that somehow you need to work inside of yourself your trust in your capacity and ability to sustain your life and the capacity and the ability to trust that life will support you. So loneliness, for example, that many people were saying here, or sadness, it means that one of the first wounds that you carry always inside of you is, I'm speaking about now, sadness. That was a moment as a child or as a soul, you felt that the detachment was made in pain, and you lost the trust that that being for yourself was not healthy and joyful. So somehow this sadness is much before than you can really sense in this relation right now. So when we are in the situation that we are separating from another person, nobody before taught us that everything in this life we can understand rationally. We can even read this in books, in Kabbalah, in the Buddhist spiritual books, in even in any religion, religious philosophy or philosophies, they will speak about this. But it means that we didn't embody the principle that everything is transforming, and transformation means that nothing is lost but is transformed. But we are attached to this idea and concept and feeling that we want to hold something forever because somehow gave us a sense of security, even if that situation was very painful. So, for example, if you are in a very toxic relation, most of people will say that they want to stay there, not because of love, for sure, not because they are respected for sure, but in a very unconscious way, they prefer something that is really known and they already know that they have this little thing than nothing. And this jump into nothingness is very scary for most of us, especially in the way our society lives and how we are raised. We are raised to control everything. We are raised to be suspicious of everything. We are not raised to be in trust, to be authentic, to jump into the unknown. So everything that will bring a possibility of cutting or losing something that we already know and we are used to, it will automatically open the wound of separation. So most of us that we are touching the pain of separation, what we are touching is the emotion that is attached of losing that thing, or losing that person, or losing that situation. Is not a true pain of the separation. Is what we are losing from that relation, from that situation. If we go into a deeper layer of this consciousness, we can observe and we can see that if we are in true presence, we know automatically, not with the mind, but we sense that nothing is gone, nothing is lost. Everything that we lived with someone, everything that we lived as an experience of life, is the step before that took us to this present moment. So everything is unfolding again and again and again to the present moment. Take a deep breath, everyone. When the emotional body starts to feel the fear of loss, starts to feel the regret, start to feel the instability of the known, what happens is that we activate immediately this deeper pain that I was speaking in the beginning. And that's why the pain of separation through divorce, separation in relations, losing people, they can open us, they can teach us how to become even more aware. And I will repeat. This doesn't mean that your emotional body doesn't feel, but through this emotion, you can burn the layers of unconsciousness and you can use the emotional body to point the direction where you need to grow into consciousness. Everyone, I want to receive your comments. Am I helping you with these words that I'm saying to you? So in Instagram Direct, you can put symbols. So I understand that we are in interaction. And in Facebook Direct, I need you to write the comments, because in this program that we use so we can have the videos on YouTube channel, I can't see it. Okay, fantastic. Can you give an example? Yes, we will do an exercise. So more than I give you the example, we can feel it. Don't quite understand what is the topic. The topic is pain of separation that we as mankind, we all touch. Yes, but how exactly can we use that to grow and rise awareness? We will go there. Okay, fantastic. So every time that we feel the emotional body uh, opening the pain of separation through the emotion that we are feeling and through the patterns of thinking, these are the arrows that they are pointing the unconscious parts of your being and the wounds that you carry. Because in a very present space, in a very conscious space, you know that life is always transforming, and you will use what you are experiencing for your own journey of true blossoming in consciousness. When we are really and strongly attached to some emotions and thoughts, it's somehow we are still defending ourselves from the pain. So in pain of separation, it's very easy to point the finger to the other. It's very easy to be attached to what happened. So we really give the right to feel the pain. And through this, what I want to say is that pain that you are feeling is giving you the direction where you need to grow exactly in this part of your awareness. And that will expand. And of course, you as a whole being, you will start to be more present and to rise more. Concrete, I'm going to use a metaphor. Visualize, it's a metaphor, you don't need to close your eyes. Visualize a big river, that for this moment, that river is pain. And you are in the side of the river where the wound is totally open, where it started. The cause of the pain of separation is in this side of the river. And you know that the other side of the river is already the presence of consciousness. The transformation is already done. The river that is flowing is the process of pain. Of course, when we are in pain, we sometimes can do it by our own selves, and sometimes we need to ask for help. So sometimes we look for therapy, sometimes we look to God, sometimes we look for friends, sometimes we share, sometimes we cry alone, sometimes we cry with other people. So the process of the open wound of pain of separation till the total process of transformation from the pain into awareness, we have this river to cross. And you know that we need to swim from one side of the river to the other. And if we start to swim, some people, they can do the process of the pain of separation totally by themselves, and they swim. And when we are swimming, we are feeling the currents, we are feeling the water, the process of the water of washing us away or to push us to the other side. Or sometimes we need to ask someone to help us how to swim, or to teach us how to swim. But the process of swimming only belongs to you. We can have the support, or we can even do it by ourselves. But the process of swimming is only yours. And even if we had someone to do by ourselves and to push us to the other side, or to put on top of a boat and they would swim, what happened is you would not do the process of the transformation, the pain into awareness. For example, the boat could be alcohol, or to jump directly into another relation, or everything that would numb yourself. So the process would not be done. You would be in the other side of the river with the illusion that you did the process. And this process of swimming has a metaphor. is the process that you go through layer by layer of all the emotions, of all the quality of your thoughts about that relation, and how to rediscover your self-worth, how to discover compassion, how to discover forgiveness, and how to discover new limits, and how to discover the capacity to transform deep and strong emotions into peace again. And you will feel true liberation when you go layer by layer in this process of forgiveness, of facing your strong emotions of hate, of your mind, criticizing and judging, all these new boundaries, all these new perspectives from this learning of this experience. And when we do the true process, all the forgiveness, it comes. True forgiveness comes. Even if we need to set the boundaries and say, I can't relate with this person, because we recognize that that person is somehow very unconscious and hurt, and it can always project their anger, their unconscious toward to others. So forgiveness doesn't mean that we relate with the person, but means that we are at peace and we don't responsibilize to make the other responsible for the experience in totality. So the true liberation is when you feel at peace. There's nothing that you have that is still holding you to that experience and to that person. That doesn't mean that your good memories are still there. That doesn't mean that you can miss, for example, for people that they lose someone. That doesn't mean that you miss, but you miss without the charge of big emotions, that you don't feel stuck in strong emotions because you don't have the person or the situation in your existence. It means that somehow you could understand, you could process, and especially you could learn and transform everything from that experience layer by layer into wisdom again. So you come out even lighter, you come out with much more wisdom, and your innocence, it's even more recovered. Not easy innocence in terms of unconscious, that you believe that everything is a paradise, but you look to reality and you can really see reality, but there's this hope inside of you in humanity that is not touched. Does make sense what I'm saying to all of you? Can you write your comments in Facebook comments, and Instagram, the ones that you can put symbols, because in this program I can see in Instagram. Yes, yes, fantastic. Flowers. Thank you. Thank you. Fantastic. That is making sense. Good, everyone. Yes. For the ones that doesn't make sense, please be honest. Honesty, I guess, yes, it means you don't. Okay. Through the session, we can go layer by layer, and we will open all of us much more, even my clarity of explanation. Yes, very useful, fantastic. Satya sending, thank you for your love. Thank you so much. Hello, Raquel. more or less, yes. Okay, so we will go to the first exercise of today. Everyone, just sit the most comfortable that you can. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Olá, Raquel. Take a deep breath. Naid, we will go to you. Take a deep breath. Another one. And now I want to remember one situation in your life that you felt the pain of separation. It can be the separation from child to parents, can be from partners, can be from the death. Go to that moment. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And remember that moment. What were you feeling when you felt the separation? And now I want you to go 2 months after that separation. And how were you feeling? Breathing in, breathing out. Maybe for some of you, you were feeling that you were missing, that you could forgive. Some of you, you were really holding hate and anger, and you were pointing the finger. Breathing in, breathing out. Some of you were just very, very sad and feeling very lonely. And now I want you to go 6 months after that separation. How were you feeling? How were you dealing with it? And now I want you to go to the moment that you felt that that pain of separation was gone, that you were free from that pain. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And open your eyes. Okay. Hello, Maria. Hello, Anton, Irina. Welcome. Welcome all. So, what I want you to notice right now was in the moment of the separation, what was the biggest feelings that you had? And please write to me now. So I already saw numb and anger. In the beginning, when it started, everyone please write to me. Loneliness, desperation, powerless, sadness, desperation, loneliness, abandonment, emptiness, sadness, being lost, anger and desperation, feeling guilty. Okay, fantastic. Anxious, dying, fear, abandonment, fault. Hello, Svetlana, welcome. So now I want you, denial, fantastic. I felt how the world is unfair, that I lost my beloved grandparents. Great pain, loss of direction and ambiguity about further steps. Great pain. Frustration, delusion, sadness, anger, lost part of my life. Loneliness, distrust, abandonment. Hello, Shana. Welcome. We are speaking about pain of separation. Loneliness, distrust, abandonment, frustration, loneliness. So now, with this exercise, I want you to relate this feeling with your life. Is this a feeling that normally you feel in your life? Please write me yes or no. Is something that you are in touch normally in your life? Yes. Guilt. Yes. No. No. Lost. Yes. So, in that moment that you felt the pain of separation, normally, yes, can you repeat? I will repeat. These feelings that you have, what happens is normally, if it's not the shock of the moment, normally what happens is that you have inside of you, in a very unconscious place, even if it's from the projection on the other. So imagine, the world isn't fair, Hitler is horrible, but I'm so good. We project all the horrible things in the most horrible people, and we deny in ourselves that feeling, that emotion, that pattern of thinking. So we point totally to the other, and because we don't want to accept that, because if we are in a very conscious place, we are responsible and we can see our darkness and our light. But we are conscious, and we don't react from the darkness. We work with it. We use the darkness and we transform into wisdom. So if you are saying no to these moments, these first feelings, like how can I trust that person? He's a liar. What normally we are doing is we are denying inside of ourselves something that we don't want to be responsible. For example, we are saying that we are so loyal, that we would never do that. So what we do, we are judging totally what the other person does, because somehow we can't really come in touch to this point of darkness. Because if we really come in touch with this unconscious part, even if we are really hurt, there's understanding, there's a true compassion to the worst behavior that exists in the other. Yeah. So it's very important to the ones that you said no, that you can start to go inside of yourself and ask yourself, why do I judge and criticize so much this emotion and this behavior and this way of experience life? It's a very important question. Yes. For the ones that you said yes, it's a very good moment for you to really self-inquire where that feeling or emotion started. Now let's go to the other One minute, please. I have a big speech here. Okay, thank you, Fernando. Thanks so much. So now when you go to 2 months after, how did you feel? Two months after, how did you feel? You felt a little bit at easier from this pain, all these strong emotions that were arising, or you felt that you relaxed a little bit more? Regret and sad. Sad but better. More. How did you feel after 2 months or 3? Acceptance started, so easier. Love for her. Okay. It was during 6 year constant feelings. Yes. Lonely and sad. 2 months after, I felt even worse as realized this loss. Yes, a little bit more at ease. Okay. And now 6 months after. More space and less emotional. 6 months after, how did you feel? I feel terrible, pain increased. Still bad, but if the beginning I think that I was wrong, 2 months I start looking for his wrong. The pain come and go like waves, exactly. More accepting, exactly. Feeling free. What I want to tell you is when we start to accept the situation and really work with it, and especially to work with our own part of what brought us has a relation to that moment of separation, the easier it will become. It will become to start melting the strong emotions and even the denial of the situation. So if one thing is the emotions, they come as like waves, they come and go, come and go. The more you accept what happened and the more you work with the responsibility of your part, the more the pain of separation will be diluted and the more present you will become to yourself, and you will have more inner resources to do the process. Has the metaphor of the swimming from one side of the river to the other side of the river, where the wound was open till the process was finished and you felt at peace and liberated. What I want to tell you is emotional body has its own timing for each person. The mind body, understanding everything, normally can be faster if we are really willing to face the situation and to work. So at the rational mind is faster, but the emotional body has a different timing of processing all the experience. And normally this emotional body is rooted on how you did the first separations in your life. So if you were really supported, if your individuality was supported to become independent in a healthy way or not. So for each person, the timing will be always different, totally different for everyone. But the capacity of dealing and the timing of the emotional body to process will be slower than your rational mind. That's why many people say, I understand, I need to forgive. I understand that I did this, that person did that. I understand it. But emotionally, we are attached to that pain. Why? because this pain is just a big projector of how we were dealing with the first pains of separation from our womb, from the womb of our mother. Excuse me, I need to go to Instagram and to start new Instagram directs. Okay, 1 minute, please, everyone. Excuse me. Here we go again. Here we go. So that's why it's so important when you are in this pain of separation, you feel all these strong emotions or sadness or numbness. You really look and you come back into your history and you start to deal with that. And now, how to deal in practical daily life. So, the most important thing is, if the pain that you carry from that separation is deep and strong, if it's a mourning or a true separation in relation, you need to look for support. And you can find support in therapists, your spiritual guides, in prayer, in God, and with friends. First of all, you have the right to share your emotions as long you need, till you realize that what you are sharing is still true, or if you are attached to complaining. One thing is to really express your true emotions and what you feel. Another thing is to be addicted to complaining. So be aware where you are, and you only can do this with honesty. That's why it's so important to have a good therapist that can give you straight and direct feedback, or to support you how to see different perspectives till you really get the responsibility of what happened in that situation. Normally, a process of mourning takes 2 years. The most intense part, the heaviest part, normally, and separation and divorce too. It's a physical process too. It's not only emotional and mind process. So it's a whole process that we go into it. Normally, for a separation from some relation that was very deep, that we were very close and intimate, and even the opposite, very toxic and very painful and very abusive, this process of turning all this complexity into wisdom, into true healing, normally this process takes around 2 years. But one thing I am sure is, the more you are willing to face and to do the process, and you give yourself the chance to do it, the easier it becomes to come back to your present and to hold all the emotions, all the thoughts, to pass through it. So when we are in this deep process of pain, I highly advise that you don't isolate yourself. This is one of the most important tools that you have, is not isolating yourself, is looking for true help, so you can be supported, first of all, so you have a safe environment where you can cry, where you for a certain time you can complain, so you can purge all these pains and emotions, but at the same time to be whole in a space where we are holding awareness, where we don't transform in ourselves in a victim, or that we would like to have revenge, but that we really support a place, that we pray for healing, that we pray that we become from it, and we understand why something happened. Even, for example, if we lose someone, and when life just takes us, to accept that we don't control life. It's such a strong healing, such a strong process of expanding awareness that we need to all to do, to accept. And in the other videos, we already spoke about this dealing with death and the illusions of death. So, everyone, take a deep breath. And I would like you to tell me if you have a question, and I will start to read your comments so I can be more precise in each comment. My mind and body is really fast, but emotional body is slow. Yes, it is, and it is for all of us. And the more we dive strongly and deep into awareness, the faster will be the emotional body, because we are attached to the emotions that we felt in the process of being individually through the separation. If it was healthy support by our parents or the ones who surrounded to become individual, or if it was not healthy, so we created so many contradictions and mistrust and incapacity of dealing with that from a very aware place, where we went into this incapacity with dealing with reality. Yes, I totally miss me. That means, Sarah, that somehow when we miss ourselves, it means that normally we have the tendency to lose who we are to the other person when we start to relate. And it's a very good point to start to work towards to your self-worthy, self-love, and boundaries. Because to be in the relation means that we share. It's not that we lose to the other person. No, it's a capacity to sustain our individuality, and how we can grow and support the growth of each other. If you don't cross the river by yourself, are you forced to repeat this situation more and more times till you pass it? So, Yana, if we don't do the process, what happens? If we don't do the process, for example, in one relation, that we really heal that pain of separation with all the layers that brings and all the other co-emotions that they are created, and with the understanding that we need to have from the situation, and to the process of forgiveness of ourselves and others and liberation. What happens normally is that when we don't do it, when we numb ourselves, where we don't want to deal with that, the next relation, we will bring to that relation all this charge that didn't have the proper moment and the capacity of healing and transformation into awareness. So we will relate with this next relation or other people from this point, what we didn't deal, what we didn't heal here, what we didn't transform. That's why I say that I strongly believe that everything that happens to us, it's an amazing opportunity of true growth that we can use. So everything that happens is always helping us to grow. It's only an inner attitude that will take us to this process of liberation and awareness. Here we have another from Julia. I just felt that I miss myself of the period before the relation. I can understand from it. So and I already answered this comment with Sarah. From Yulia. Free, but sometimes I still miss with light of sadness. In some special moments, I couldn't share with dad, couldn't show him my kid, read books and other little things. Of course, we can miss the person, but when I'm speaking about this pain of separation is when it really blocks us to live the present moment. And you know, Yulia, we are always in connection, even if they are not in the physical body with us. And you can always speak and you can always introduce. And this dialogue that you don't receive a rational answer to yourself, you can go into these inner dialogues with those people that you miss, that they passed away, and open yourself to see what are the feelings that you feel, what are the message that you receive after your inner dialogue with them. Because if you already did a strong transformative process on the emotional level, you will see that you are more present. And even if you enter in this dialogue, you will feel this connection, this relation that is never lost, never lost. It's the same thing here with us. We are inside of the house, most of us, but we know that everything is alive outside. This connection is never lost, never lost. So you can always speak with them and to see if you can receive and feel the deeper states of presence inside of you. I have here from Dear Satya, I have a dilemma. I let go person who was toxic for me. I feel that he is in trouble now and I want to help him. But at the same time, I realize that he didn't ask me for help. This is very important. And we will speak about toxic relations and I will answer. You need to see if, first of all, if that person really wants to be helped. Because when people don't want to get help, to be helped, it's impossible to help. And you need to see first if you are ready to help, in what terms, and where really it comes this need to help that person. And maybe the best way to help is to understand, first of all, if that person really needs and wants help. Okay, another comment. Okay. Here, I feel a lot of self-growth and expansion as the pastime of letting go of illusions. That means that you are doing a true process with your strong emotions and your responsibility, the part that you are responsible to come to that moment of separation. And I want to tell one more comment. Here we are. Okay, my damn, fantastic. I want to tell the last theme of pain of separation, and then I will do the resume, and then we go to the last prayer of the day. So, as a person that already went through a lot of process of separations, including the possibility even of dying and to let my kids here in life. Or for years that I'm listening to people in sacred shamanic retreats, individual sessions, in our consciousness retreats, therapy, normal therapy. What I've been touching for the last years and what I see in people that they are really ready to work with that is that the process of separation from a relation from a situation. That can be losing the job, that can be losing a company too, the death of someone. It can be very beautiful. It can be even so liberating. For example, a person that is taking care of a friend or a loved one, their kids or their parents, and they are taking care of them because they are sick for a long time. At the end, when they die, honestly, is it such a process of liberation that we all feel, it's ended, the suffering ended. And we can all come to these points where we can all find this beauty of the liberation of the process of separation, even if it's physical death, even if it's the process of divorce, even if it's the loss of a business. We can, if we connect totally and we go beyond the strong emotions, that we totally have the right to do it. This process can bring so much awareness, and we are so liberated for so many things that we were unconscious attached to it. And even the process of saying goodbye for something that was so beautiful, was such a precious love that we gave all our blood, all our soul, or our tears. For example, our kids, if they die before us, the process of letting go something that was so magical, so beautiful, if we are really willing to work with that, it can bring us so much beauty, so much sacredness, so much peace. It can bring us so much peace, so much deeper love and understanding about life itself. And it's possible, and it's real. And I really want to leave you with this. There's nothing in life, there's no experience in life that we can go through. We can always go through. We can always deal, and we can always learn from it, and to expand and to fly and to move into the direction of our true essence that is much bigger, and it's beyond what we feel and think. So a true process of separation can open you, all of us, to such a depth of what is the true essence of being alive. As you see, if we take this global experience, you have different kinds of how people are dealing with this. For example, this group that we are here all together, we are taking this time to really look to ourselves and to deal with our wounds and to expand our awareness. It's the choice that we are doing in a very conscious way, and together we are here doing it. And much more people around the world, they are doing the same. And others, they are just totally drowned in fear without any perspective of what they could do. Others, they are attacking the system. They are already doing such crazy stuff. So everything that happens, it's always this opportunity for you, for me, for all of us to grow and to come closer for our true essence. That is consciousness. That is pure state of consciousness. Emotional body, mind body, even physical body is a language, is a way so we can experience this life. But what we are doing here is through this experience to experience duality, at the same time remembering that our true essence, that is the totality of consciousness, that embrace this duality. And that's why we live in so much attachments and pains. And we can use every situation to rise our own consciousness and to contribute through that to the rising of the consciousness of the global humanity community. So we sustain true essence of what means to be human. And that's the beauty. And that's the beauty of being alive. Nothing is here to damage you. Everything is here for you to take the possibility to really rise your vibration. So I want you to remember these words. Pain of separation is one thing. The process of separation is totally different thing. It will depend totally in your attitude. The process of separation is a deep process of consciousness and liberation of your true soul. And before we go into the prayer that we pray for peace, for humanity, so we can move through this global experience from a very conscious that we are ready to do it, but we need more and more people to do it. So we rewrite the history of mankind. I want to read a poem from my beloved Rumi that my amazing friend gave to me, Mario Rui. Thank you so much for this beautiful poems book that you gave me. You know that I'm so in love for Rumi, and you were so kind to me to bring this book that I already read so many times. So sending you my love, Mario Rui. And this Mario Rui, he's a big friend, and not in terms of intimacy of daily life, but where we share our work of consciousness to others and to ourselves. So Mario Rui, thank you. And thank you everyone that you work with yourself. Thanks so much. So, by Rumi, when my pain causes my healing, my lows transforms to highs, and heresy became faith. My soul and heart and body were blocking my journey before, but now my body became heart, heart became soul, and the soul turned to be the creator. When my pain causes my healing, my lows transformed to highs, and heresy became faith. My soul and heart and body were blocking my journey before, but now my body became heart, heart became soul, and the soul turned to be the creator. So everything that we live, that we go through, it will depend how much do you really long to become conscious. How long are you ready to give everything that you have for your own freedom, for true freedom, not from the ego personality level, but from your soul, from your heart, where you really acknowledge that you are consciousness? Are you ready to let go all the detach from emotions and to be right and to criticize and to point the finger? Are you ready to transform your pain into wisdom? Because I hope you are, because we all need you to do this. We all need you to do this. We need to become stronger together in consciousness, so we really rewrite history of mankind. It's what I give my life to. I give my life to this work, where I work on myself, where I face my darkness, where I put everything that I have, even very, very horrible things that I carry inside, because I know there's nothing on planet Earth that is so precious, that is true liberation of the soul, and through that to contribute to a true mankind, remembering that we belong to this ecosystem and not the opposite. So everyone, be brave. Be who you truly are. Be brave and heal. Be brave and ask yourself, what is the truth? Even if you have to sell, even you have to burn your personality, don't be afraid of not being nobody. Be afraid of pretending to be someone. We just need to remember that we are already. And I know it's not easy. I know for myself too. I'm not in the place that I put myself higher. No, I'm really with the feet on the ground and my hands on my heart. And I know how sometimes it bleeds, but when we surrender to true consciousness, all these bleedings, all this process, they are just liberation. And it's hard because we are so attached, because we are humans. We are humans in this physical experience, but we are much more than that. Let's keep on our work together in this quarantena, because we need to come out of this much more aware. I need you politicians to grow. I need teachers to grow. I need parents to grow. I need to grow, all of us. And to let go even this growth, and to even let go spirituality, and to really become who we truly are. So take a deep breath, everyone, and really sending you all my prayers of gratitude from my heart, sending you all my beautiful visions about existence and mankind, where we can really we can really live from a very beautiful place. If I can see this, even going through so many things, all of us we can do, all of us. So take a deep breath, everyone. Put your hands in your heart. Close your eyes and press your feet on the ground. Or feel the heaviness of your body being sustained by the chair or the pillow or the ground. Take a deep breath. And today I want you to put your hands in this namaste or gratitude in front of your heart. And you send the most beautiful, beautiful prayers and blessings and visions to everyone that is fighting for their lives with the corona and with all the other sickness, mental, emotional, or physical. Send all the most beautiful prayers to everyone in the world. With these prayers, you see that you are involving, surrounding planet Earth and every human being, animal, plant, tree, rock in this fire that is transparent, but so strong, so alive. That is the fire of life. And sending the most beautiful prayers of peace to everyone that is emotionally in a very distressful and with strong emotions, taking them to do crazy stuff like being aggressive, stealing, beating other people, beating their own families, sending them peace, 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 surrounding these people that sometimes they are the most hard ones to love, but sending them, remembering that they are our brothers and sisters doing horrible stuff. Sending them the beautiful prayers of peace that we all have, so we can move on through this quarantena So we do a true rising of mankind. We are ready to do it. And I want to visualize that you are opening the door of your heart and you invite planet Earth inside. And for the ones that you already have this trust in yourself, see yourself closing the door of your heart, and you are holding the entire universe and planet Earth there inside of you, and your flame of life is giving them resources and love and peace. For the ones that you feel that you don't have enough strength, don't judge yourself. You just take planet Earth and you send planet Earth again to the universe, to the mystery, and you close the door of your heart and just send with a kiss of love, so they go and fly into the universe again. Praying for peace, especially in these moments. Praying for the rising of consciousness that we all need. We all need. So we rewrite the history of mankind. Everyone, take a deep breath. Open your eyes and thank you for being here every day, weeks, days, that we come together and we do this inner work together and we support everyone around us with our own work. Thank you for being brave. Thank you for being alive. And let's use this quarantena to wake up more, to love more, to become even more consciousness, and to be very grateful for life, very grateful. Tomorrow, I will speak about forgiveness process. That is something that we all need to go through with ourselves and others. So tomorrow, forgiveness process, one of the deepest process that we can do too. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. So I will end broadcasting and see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Portuguese time. And have a beautiful rest of the day. See you tomorrow. See you. Bye.